Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. Over there is Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. That's the answer. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are starting a whole new series with Marvel's Agatha All Along. This is Season 1, Episode 1, and I've got no idea what to expect, but Agatha certainly was an MVP from WandaVision for me.
Yeah, I definitely am ready, willing, able to find out more about this character after she did such a great job in WandaVision.
Yeah, don't know anything about Agatha as far as what her history is with Marvel or anything like that. All I know is, as these guys said, she was a ton of fun in WandaVision, so I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, I loved Kathryn's portrayal. Can't wait to see how she crushes it in here. Let's go!
Life can be really hectic sometimes. Between work, family, and trying to find time to unwind, it can feel almost impossible to meal prep. And let's be honest, when time is tight, finding good food options can feel impossible. There are weeks when I'd be out on adventures, riding my motorbike, and going on trips, only to come home exhausted and settle for fast food. I wanted something better, but didn't have time to plan, shop, and prep every meal. Then I found Factor, and now I can take delicious, ready-made meals with me so I'm fueled up wherever the road takes me. Get chef-prepared meals on the table in 2 minutes with Factor's ready-to-eat meals. Simply heat and savor the good stuff. When things get hectic, Factor is flexible. Change your order up every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause, or reschedule your deliveries anytime. Factor now offers loads of snack options like breakfast smoothies, juices, small bites, and more to keep me going no matter what's on the schedule. Plus, with no grocery shopping, cooking, or cleaning, Factor gives you back more time for the things you love. Head to our link to get 50% off and free shipping on your first Factor box, plus 20% off your next month of orders with the code BAD50.
Take some notes.
Seekest thou
the road.
The road.
That's the episode title.
God. You still haven't seen Step Brothers, have you?
They give her the Taurus wagon or the regular Taurus? Let's see here.
Wow, she's those lights that are on.
Just a little older.
Take it in for a checkup.
Blinker fluid, Andrew. Blinker fluid.
Blinker
she's
fluid?
Yeah,
she's a detective.
Yeah.
Another beautiful day.
Surprised to see you out here, detective.
Detective.
There I was, sitting on my duff, playing Candy Crush, happy as a clam, enjoying the fruits of my undeserved disciplinary action.
You punched the suspect.
Wow.
Jane Doe. Found her down here by the water. That's all she had on her.
From a library book?
Westview branch.
Cause?
Blunt force trauma.
Not much of a drop around here. She fall.
BFT.
She is dead, though, isn't she, Herb?
Oh, she's really most sincerely dead.
Never know.
We didn't see it.
Now you did.
Yep. Well, Herb was making jokes.
It's samples from both.
What an interesting start we have so far.
Very.
Find something? They set the roller. You ready to see?
Let's go.
I want to see the face.
Yeah.
Hide in the face.
Who's it going to be?
You okay, Agnes? You don't seem like yourself.
And who is that exactly? I'll try to be more cheerful for you next time, Herb. But right now, this unidentified
Ouch.
woman lying dead in a creek has just got me down in the dumps. Let me know when the dental records come in.
I wonder if we're going to get a reveal eventually, or maybe not. Maybe it's just a story set up here. Oh, Westview.
Well, here we go.
Down the winding road.
All right, folks, who has seen True Blood? And if you did this intro give you those True Blood intro vibes? Because that's the vibe I'm getting out of this.
Never saw True Blood.
Official police business. Excuse me.
I love it.
I'm gonna
They're-
use the badge to
They're
make the
doing it
pass.
like it's another TV show.
I use that line at the supermarket
Just like
checkout,
WandaVision.
too.
Only suckers wait their turn.
How can I help you, Agnes?
Found this on a
Nailed it.
victim.
That's why she's Agnes and not Agatha.
The victim. She dead?
Why do you assume it's a woman?
I don't know. Sounds more titillating. There are no names on here.
But there are dates.
We don't use cards anymore. Everything's digital.
Delivery.
Dottie, you've been an absolute angel. Incidentally, where were you last night between the hours of 1
What the
Dialogue and rhetoric, no history of learning and debate by Andrew Ugo.
Yeah, I'm thinking erotic thriller.
This book wasn't checked out. It was stolen 3 years ago. But we have plenty more copies in natural sciences. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, I'll excuse you.
How you doing with the gum chewing over there, Dick?
Doing all right.
She's doing work on that gum.
It's just
That gum's gonna tap out. Oh, look at that.
That's pretty cool.
There was a fire.
Everything
creepy.
destroyed.
Yeah, they're doing some weird fisheye lens stuff
Every
here.
last copy. Every last copy.
Glad to have you back, Agnes. Soil samples from under the fingernails and toenails of the Jane Doe came back. They don't match the soil she was lying in.
That's no surprise. We assume she'd been moved.
There were traces of a particular microbial sediment only found in Eastern Europe.
I'll get to the part I'm not gonna like.
Here I am.
Hey, there's Aubrey Plaza.
No tracks for the perp. Not a leaf disturbed before forensics showed up. It's almost like she just magically appeared.
There's one thing we can agree on. It's that these cases are always about the place, the specific small town.
Who better to solve the mystery than one of Westview's very own? You've lived here your whole life. Isn't that true, Agnes?
If that's your real name.
Yeah, she's
Oh, it's real, all right. And it's a beaut. Where'd you get it?
It's a
Mind
beaut,
your
Clark.
beeswax,
It's a
Norm. Where's
beaut.
it from? How old is it?
Oh, it's a beaut.
North American? New England, maybe? Late 17th century, I guess. These hotties here, it's triple goddess. Maiden, mother, crone.
What, no working professional goddess?
Looks like your brooch is a locket.
Look at that.
You looking to sell it, Agnes?
Well,
We all know
well.
most witchcraft starts with somebody's hair.
I spy with my reactor
The
eye.
Dark Lord.
Go home, Agnes.
I am home, Chief.
Chafe.
Hey,
The boxes still. How come every cop show they're just filled with boxes? Is that like that in real life?
Well, they're on the case.
This was a brand new case. Those are all
Cases,
old
plural.
cases. Shouldn't that all be turned in?
She's working on it.
You see the hesitation there? Mm-hmm. Tears in the eyes. Oh. That's what's going on.
what?
Did you know that it is a universally acknowledged truth that a lady cop cannot be good at her job and have a healthy personal life at the same time? Hungry?
A car wreck about an hour before time of death. Eastview.
Eastview. Okay, so what about the car wreck?
Blood stain in the back seat.
You think that's how they moved her?
Front 2 airbags deployed.
Maybe 2 perps.
My gut tells me they're related, but can't shake this feeling I'm seeing it wrong.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you remember why you hate me?
No.
Are you hiding evidence?
No.
Yes. Yes.
You're only lying to yourself.
Thank you.
Oh, you see?
I object.
Did you guys see the color grade switch there for a moment on her face? It looks like it went a little purple.
Well, some interesting stuff's starting to happen, so maybe.
Hey! What are you doing? What did you take? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh!
Oh, shit.
Is she gonna do something power-ish to catch him?
She's just
No,
Agnes.
just going old school.
Yeah, she's Agnes, detective.
It's always the car.
It's Agnes of Westview that you're watching.
Hey, you okay? You okay?
Not Agatha of Westview.
Oh my God. He came out of nowhere.
Well, he won't give his name and he's not in the system.
First offense. You take anything from your place?
No, but not for lack of trying. I think it's time for a good old-fashioned chat with Edward Scissorhands in there.
You guys seen it?
Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah.
I've never seen the whole thing, but I've seen pieces.
I get the reference.
The hair. Yeah.
Add it to the list.
Put it on the list.
We've had it on the
So I'm
list.
curious, what compelled you to break into the home of a decorated detective?
When you say decorated, do you mean suspended without pay?
Oh.
Absolutely.
I know who you are.
He's got the fingers,
Talk
too.
about you then, you little dirtbag. What were you looking for in my house?
The respect of your peers in a fulfilling home life. You were fresh out of both.
Oh, jeez. Remember, she got suspended for punching a perp.
Oh, I guess he doesn't. I thought he had the dark fingers like,
Oh, the subject.
yeah,
Suspect, or the
the Jane Doe.
Jane Doe.
Before
But he doesn't.
are the things that make me dangerous. So you want to keep poking the bear? Good. Now.
Got to imagine the outtakes with her off the charts.
I'll leave after.
The road.
What road?
You of all people should know.
You were right. He did.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
He did.
Okay.
Fingerprinting.
Likely
I was on
story.
the road this morning. It led to something pretty awful. New question. Where were you last night between the hours of 1 and 3 a.m.?
Asleep. In bed.
That's our move.
You just made the list.
Asleep in bed. Total loser.
Jeez.
Totally lying. Let's find out. What do you know about this?
Nothing. Nothing.
Tell me who she is.
I don't know.
Tell me what happened to her.
What are you talking about? These are just flowers.
What?
Oh.
There's someone's front yard or something.
And so
Why
it
do you keep looking at that painting?
begins.
The painting.
Exoe hum feminam de fixo. Exoe hum feminam de fixo.
What is that?
Exoe hum feminam de fixo.
Stop it.
Exoe.
You know what? You're spending the night in the tank. Let's see how long you can keep that up.
Well, I don't know what was real and what wasn't there.
I'm kind of digging this setup so far.
She was there.
Gonna go confirm what she saw. This should be intriguing. Nothing can go wrong here.
No.
No, not a thing.
Nothing.
Sure, him chanting in Latin is not foreshadowing
Perfect.
at all.
Just perfect.
Terminus.
She was in her late 20s. Green eyes, 5'7".
Oh.
Hair the color of...
Wanda
Maximoff.
Case closed then?
And of course she appears here.
Wrong question. That witch is gone, and all the copies of the Darkhold with her, leaving you trapped in her distorted spell.
Her own TV
You don't
show.
have to stay there, do you?
Is that hot? Are you...
Yes, claw your way out.
I'm hot. Is it hot? Ooh, really?
Good.
How many layers did she have on naughty?
Well, her hair is getting more fabulous as she. Wait, what? Oh.
Oh, wow.
What?
She did say shed it. What a transition.
Interesting.
Too many layers.
How long have I been living in this cesspool of a town?
You don't remember.
Catch me up.
About 3 years.
3 years?
Oh, we try not to say her name.
Ugh, because you're cowards. Because you're sheep. What have I been doing all this time?
Well, you mostly been a good neighbor. Don't be too casual with your boundaries. You haven't been yourself the past few days. Almost like you got bit by the true crime bug.
What? I've just been spouting nonsense and you've just been humoring me?
I mean, folks been trying to help out, you know, stopping by and bringing you groceries and checking up on you.
Oh, my God.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, the neighbor's the chief.
Chief of police. What are you doing?
Got a second look.
This is where hope goes to die.
You know, you seem pretty lucid for a change. Aggressive even. Powerful.
What did you say?
I said powerful, but look, Agnes, if...
It's Agatha.
There it is.
Okay, Agatha, yeah. Can you put on some clothes? Because you...
Is this the first nude in Marvel?
Full bare bottom? I would think so. Let us know.
Have we never seen Hemsworth's butt?
I don't think we've seen anybody's
No.
butt. Naked, that is.
Not
We've
naked.
seen America's ass.
Yeah, we saw. I mean,
But that wasn't a naked ass.
No Hemsworth butt ever, huh?
I'm
Van Damme.
thinking that was the first nude butt.
Yeah.
wow.
Always.
I was gonna say, even with just her hair stuff, that was pushing the boundaries
Yes, I agree.
for Marvel.
For Marvel.
The old lop-beard.
Aw, bunny.
I got mugged, mister. She took every little bit of power I had and left me with household appliances.
Really squishing that bunny.
She from Mice and Men?
Always thumping.
It's what he did.
We
know.
happened.
What's the photo?
Looks like her. It's a
drawing.
witch.
I feel like I've seen that before. My memory is terrible.
Oh, so that arrest was maybe more of a kidnapping. But if you're real and not a figment of my imprisoned mind, then that means...
Oh,
shit.
Who's it gonna be?
Then Aubrey must be the baddie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa. Oh, whoa.
I've missed you.
I hate you.
How long's it been, Agatha? Sure, since you acquired the Darkhold, you hid behind all that dark magic, but then you lost it. And now...
Ooh. I'm laughing at each other. Shit.
Maybe I can't kill you, but I can make you wish you were dead.
Wait. This isn't what you want. Don't you want me at my best? Admit it. You prefer me.
Horizontal? In a grave?
Formidable.
So take my power.
You know that would kill me. Just let me get my purple back and then come find me.
I am not the only one that wants to see you dead, or hang, or drown.
There are no new options.
All the old
classics.
All the old witch stuff.
You love it. The anticipation.
Okay, Agatha. But I'll be sure to tell them where to find you.
Who?
The Salem 7. I expect you'll see them at sundown. Agatha Harkness. Finally meet her, and it really warms the heart.
You don't have a heart.
Yes, I do. It's black. And it beats for you.
Really shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Oh, right. You.
That's it.
That went pretty quick.
Wow.
Oh, what do we got going on here?
At least Salem, all bewitched. So that looks like the Salem witch trials.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh, was
Hey,
that
was
the craft?
Waterboy?
No, she was in Waterboy, but she.
That's what I was asking. She was in Waterboy. Yeah.
No, that was I've never
in Waterboy.
I know vaguely about it, but it's called.
I've never seen the
It's
craft.
called the craft. Yeah,
Mom
it's
does think she's the devil in Waterboy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's what her.
It could have been a callback.
Nev Campbell and
There's two other it was up and coming actresses. It was 4 up and coming
that's cool.
actresses.
Westview.
You got to pick up every stitch, yeah. Beatniks out to make it rich.
the magician. It's always in the cards.
No, tarot cards is how I pronounce it.
The tarot cards.
Into the answer.
Tarot cards.
Way to jinx yourself, gentlemen.
Must be the season of the
Those are pretty cool credits.
I like
was-
those
that was
credits
quick.
too. At least it's a Salem 7 and not the Vought 7.
Well, maybe the Salem 7's worse answer.
Well, they can magic. Because if you saw a Smallville episode, magic actually hurts Superman.
I was unaware.
Oh, it's smoke and mirrors. Anyhow,
Look at this.
we're not here to talk about Smallville and answer doing a Mighty Mouse versus Superman references. What we are here to talk about is Agatha All Along. I really liked the intro. Again, I will remind any folks who are new to the channel that most of the Marvel that I've seen has been pretty much a one-time watch here for the channel. So we are doing our best to get caught up on all things Marvel. Of course, we did do WandaVision. So this was a nice kind of road we're going to take here into Agatha All Along. And I had so many questions starting out. I was actually writing down a bunch of questions that I was going to ask these guys, but a lot of them got answered for me as the episode went on. So that was a plus. But this looks like it'll be a lot of fun. You know, they're kind of doing the same TV show type intro that they did with Wanda in her standalone series where Agatha here is a detective trying to solve the case. Could be pulled right from the headlines, just like Law and Order is. But it was an interesting start. She was starting to kind of piece things together a little bit. A few things were starting to show some cracks. And I'm interested to see where things go. Again, I don't know anything about Agatha's character, so aside from what I saw in WandaVision, so I don't know what I'm in for or what's to come. So this is going to be a lot of fun. And look, they've nailed the casting here so far, obviously, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to taking the ride. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of questions left, really, other than what is the showdown with Aubrey Plaza's character going to be like, and how are we going to get to it. That should be pretty wild. It's interesting. She asked if Agatha still hated her. So hopefully we'll get some backstory there. But yeah, a lot of fun start to what's a 5-episode limited run?
8 or 9.
Oh, it is 8 or 9. Okay. So yeah, but another shorter run show here for Marvel. So yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, it kind of picked up right off after WandaVision. It was kind of neat. They kind of went with the same. To start the same presentation where it was like part of a show, because I was like, okay, Agatha All Along, but then it said Agnes of Westview. I'm like, wait a minute, and then it's like it right then and there it clicked to me. It's like, okay, she's trapped in the world that Wanda put her in.
Just
and
like at the end there.
Yeah, and this time it was like true detective type stuff, and because we saw how great of a detective she was. Where were you between 1 and 3? And like, yeah, here.
All the classic tropes.
Exactly, and like where I pointed out, I don't know if it'll make a cut, where she has case files all over the place at home. We see that in like every TV show. It did that, and then like even the Jane Doe. The body wasn't there before. There was nothing preserved. She found a brooch that had a hair, which you pointed out, which, witchcraft always seems to involve some sort of hair. So like it was kind of they're putting little clues there. And then when we're introduced to the teen that had no prints, no nothing, and like started distorting reality for her, and like came out saying, I don't even know what was real in that scene, which was perfect, because then it was starting to mean that stuff was starting to drop into place. And then I absolutely loved it that all of a sudden she realized that I'll be naked in her living room and just walking right out. So it was just great that the guys gave us a quick run. It's like, yeah, it's been here 3 years. You basically been on a true crime bug for the last little bit. So it's freaking perfect to really showcase why she was doing all that stuff. And then quite possibly, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, the first like bare naked scene that we've had in Marvel that we've seen, because usually they like have the camera here or whatever, but this I think was the
closest
first,
is probably Thor Love and Thunder when Zeus had him. That'd be the only closest one I could think of.
Oh, for a movie you guys didn't like, you sure remembered that scene.
Well, you asked.
So anyway,
you asked for
anyways, but other than that, then we get to see Aubrey Plaza come in and be a total badass. But now I'm definitely intrigued to see how Agatha gets her powers back, if she does, because she needs to be at her best, to take on Aubrey Plaza. So I cannot wait to find out more and then learn more about the Salem 7. So I always knew about the Salem witch trials. I mean, a lot of people do, but Salem 7, haven't heard it referred to as that. So yeah, I thought this was a really good episode to start off the series. And Kathryn Hahn, you're amazing as always.
Yeah, I mean the police story in the beginning, or detective story, I thought was fun. It threw me off quite a bit. I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like WandaVision, the TV show. Of course, in WandaVision, we got like in the beginning, it was like the 50s kind of like, basically I Dream of Jeannie, typical, 50s kind of household family sitcom. So I found it to be pretty comical. Like it was like a pretty solid spin on some of the crime dramas. And of course, I've seen enough of those in my day. We've talked about it before. Don't do a lot of TV shows and movies anymore. So it's a lot of documentaries. So it seemed spot on. It felt like Forensic Files a little bit. But in any regard, I feel like this episode was kind of laying the groundwork, which, is what you get a lot of times with the first episode in a season. Introduce some new characters, of course, having Aubrey Plaza. I mean, she's just a treasure in everything she's in. David Lengel did an amazing job as the chief. I thought he was great. And then, of course, as the neighbor a little bit later on. So, I don't really know what to all expect from this series. Again, I'm not overly familiar with, I shouldn't say overly familiar. Everything that I know about Agatha is from what I saw in WandaVision. So I don't want to say
same,
overly familiar and kind of like project like I know some things about her, because I really don't know anything other than what we saw in WandaVision. But again, an episode kind of laying the groundwork. Of course, in the last handful of minutes, last 10 minutes or so, then we got, okay, here's what's been happening the whole episode.
3 years.
This is where we're at. And she might be in some trouble with the Salem 7. So I will say that I don't even know where I would rank or score. I just think it was an interesting start to a new series. I would definitely say it has piqued my interest. And so I am, I'm excited to move forward with this one. And look, a lot of talent in the cast, and I think for a first episode, I think I can say pretty confidently, at least up to this point, Marvel nailed it with the casting here. So I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, I thought the beginning was actually pretty good. I was actually getting lost in the mystery of everything that was kind of going on here, with them kind of poking fun at the detective roles and how some of those true murder mysteries kind of happen, right? Because I was hoping to see what the body was, but I kind of figured that it was, again, just set up for where we're going to go, because again, they weren't calling her Agatha yet, so it was just like, all right, so
Agnes.
Agnes
O'Connor.
So clearly, and especially in the credits, they kind of said Westview, so it's like, oh yeah, that's right, we're still here from previous events of Wanda, where Wanda locked her in here. And so I thought that was actually kind of cool, even if this ended up just being Kathryn in a murder mystery role. I was actually intrigued to see how it was going to play out. Oh, yeah. So I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get the Marvel version of that ending here in this episode. That is with Aubrey's character Rio. I'm really intrigued now to see, because again, I should probably throw my disclaimer out too, saying I don't know anything about Agatha or any of that stuff either, so to me this is all new. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Rio is playing a what seems to be a pretty good antagonist almost on Agatha here, and the way they kept telling each other, oh, I can't take you out, I can't take you out.
Must have rules.
And so there's some rules and boundaries set here for whatever she set in and versus whatever she set in, because Agatha kept saying, let me get my purple and we can fight it out. So I'm actually intrigued on that part too, of seeing where we're going to go with that. And then we also have the teen, who's right there too, who we can now get another little story going on there. So I'm again curious with all of this that's happened in the first episode. I think that was the first, again, I don't know how much made the cut, but I think that was the first nakedness of Marvel. Well, at least with the butt cheeks, that's for sure. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. So kudos to Marvel trying to take a leap into some territory there that I never, ever would have thought we would have seen.
Yeah, and I'm intrigued by the teen because he was chanting Latin. So is that going to be the key to be able to unearth her powers, so to speak, too?
Or was he doing something to her?
Yeah. Because, now he's in the closet with tape over his mouth.
Yeah, so...
Didn't want him to say something.
Yeah, a lot of this is really intriguing to me, and I'm curious to see how this story is going to play out. And even with that tag on Wanda, that was pretty interesting, too, on how they were setting the tone with that, too. So,
yeah,
really intrigued.
Yeah, I get the vibe that Aubrey Plaza's character is the supreme witch. My knowledge of witches comes from, I think, the 3rd season of American Horror Story. So that's all I think it was the 3rd, but that's all I know is that there's always a supreme witch. And I'm guessing that that's Aubrey, and maybe they had some battle, some power struggle at some point. Again, this is all just guessing and having fun with the first episode, because you never know what it's going to be, especially with something like this. If it's anything like WandaVision, they're kind of giving it to us early, but I was thinking if it was like WandaVision, we might not even know what the hell we're watching until like the 5th or 6th episode, where things finally start to peel back a little bit. But I'm glad that they more or less got right into it on this one.
Yeah, I thought it was paced very, very well, especially with how they had to do the reveal of Aubrey and her coming to her senses, like, oh, where am I? So it was just fun seeing her like that deep in true crime that she's a full-on detective.
Well, I
and at
honestly
first,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, at first, I didn't even know if that was the same house from WandaVision. Like at first, I thought it was, but then I couldn't see anything else around it. So I'm like, no, it's not the same house. I don't know if it'll make the cut or not. But I was a little confused by that when she came home and it was all kind of dark and it looked the way they shot it. It didn't look like she had any neighbors. And then when she comes out in the morning, it's like, oh, okay, it's the neighborhood.
I was actually thinking we were going to get like a couple episodes just like how Wanda started off. Where we're stuck in this TV like series
and I
with
love
Agatha,
that.
and we're going to get like these little trinkets kind of come into play where she starts figuring things out. But I'm glad they gave it to us right away in episode 1 of where she got it. Now it's time to go right into the
because
story.
otherwise you'd know the playbook because Wanda was very original in what it did. And if they just did the same thing but with Agatha, I'd be like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing there.
Where it can go along those lines, but then that's why they had her shed all the clothing and all the like attire she pretty much wore.
Yeah, because
in
otherwise
WandaVision.
that was cool
It was
too.
great. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, because otherwise you'd just be sitting back going, all right, let's get to what's really going on. You know,
Well, you never know.
That's why I'm sure they
They
did.
could have took other funny TV shows to use. So.
Well, and Kathryn's delivery in some of this, I know it was funny because I'm like, I don't know I get what they're doing, but I don't know if I should be laughing in some spots. But her delivery,
well, like in the beginning,
interrogation.
I think the further it went on,
Then it got
the
to be
more
like-
comical it got to
Yeah.
be. But I was the same way, like right in the beginning with some of the. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, like Herb's throwing jokes about the body,
and I'm like, okay, like this is a different different role for her. And then as it went further, I'm like, okay. And then the chief, and I'm like, and then the library scene where she was, and I'm like,
Well, I've only seen her in WandaVision, so I'm in for a treat, I guess.
I think we are.
Yeah, I didn't even know who this actress was until WandaVision. I'd never seen her in anything. So,
well, you are in for a treat, pal, just like all of you, and because we are right here. Cannot wait to watch more of this. This has been awesome. So for Appleton Oak, Diamond Dave Damone, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.